Okay, so I thought I would do a bit of a speedboat benchy for the speedboat race. My AnyCubic Mega Zero is not the fastest printer on the planet, but I'm now running Klipper, and yeah, it prints a hell of a lot faster. I can get like 300 millimeters a second without any dramas whatsoever. So I'm running Klipper with Octoprint, and yeah, it's just heating up now, as you can see there. So I think it can do it in about 40 minutes or thereabout. Printer has almost heated up. So once the bed gets up to temp, it'll do a mesh bed level. You know, home as well, or home first, then mesh bed level. Almost there. I'm going to print this at 65 C on the bed. Now it's going to run the bed level. 8:25 according to my Pac-Man clock, and today is the 14th of April 2021. So I'm using a Pets Fang Bullseye Blockhead Light Edition with a lot less crap on it, a genuine BL Touch 3.1, a BMG style extruder with a slightly larger stepper motor on it than what's shipped standard, dual Z, as you can see by the two screws poking up. I have a Pi 3B Plus. I have anti-backlash nuts on my second on all my Z screws, and I'm using compression rigid couplers on my Z screws instead of flexible couplers, because the flexible couplers have major issues with introducing banding in my experience, and those ones that I've found, even though they're fairly cheap, I found they're actually pretty good. They don't cause centering issues for the Z screws. I've also got the Z screws here in adjustable blocks with bearings in them. And I've tweaked them using my digital calipers to make sure that you know, they are parallel with the frame. So yeah, and I'm printing this in a PLA. It's a coffee marble PLA, which is a bit of a weird color, but or marble coffee rather. It doesn't actually have anything in it, it's just coloring, but yeah, it kind of looks pretty neat. So yeah, should do an interesting job. So yeah, as you can see, my Mega Zero is fairly heavily modified. Yeah. Oh yeah. What am I running for hot end? Oh yes, I'm using a all metal hot end as well, with a genuine Micro Swiss nozzle, A2 hardened steel and plated, and the hot end is actually a clone of the Mega Zero. Sorry, a clone of the Micro Swiss rather. Hot end, and yeah, I've actually been getting fantastic results with it. It does actually have a genuine titanium heat break on it, and yeah, like with a BMG extruder, you can just cram filament through it so fast it's not funny. I mean, I have no chance of winning the competition with my printer, but you know, I think I'll probably be beating a few much more expensive printers regardless. Here we go, good old intro line. And a skirt, just to make sure everything's tickety-boo. So apologies if this doesn't look the best, I'm just filming it on my smartphone. So let's zoom in now that it's actually doing the business. God, I love the way Klipper works. It does such a much smarter job of the first layer, and it's fast too. You know, even by first layer standards on mine anyway. With Marlin, it was slower than a wet week, to be honest. going properly and it's past the layer 0, I'll show you my config just to show that I'm complying with the rules. So my acceleration settings are 3000, but I haven't messed with jerk at all. So just maximum print speed of 300 millimeters a second and acceleration of up to 3000 millimeters a second, which yeah, seems to work pretty damn well. I may have to experiment with cranking it up even faster, but to be honest, I don't think this printer would actually, or I don't think the hardware would cope. I think the extruder would, but yeah, I don't know about the X and Y axis. I think they might start to struggle. But yeah, that's ripping along pretty nicely. Alright, I'm going to leave it here. I'll switch back to my, actually, oh wow, that's flying. That's so cool to watch. Okay, a couple of minutes in, so what's that, 11 minutes, but not from actual print start time. It's cracking along quite nicely. I think it's actually only about 4 or 5 minutes. But yeah, that looks pretty good so far. Absolutely flying. Okay, I'll just zip over to here. So as you can see, this is Octo Print / Klipper, and here's my benchy, and here's my settings. So as you can see, layer height 0.25, wall thickness I've left alone. Wall line count is 2, 3 top and bottom layers. I'm using 10% infill density and lines. Print temperature 210 and build plate 65, and print speed is 300. And yeah, that's it. Nothing else has been changed. So yeah. Oh yeah, let's have a look at the Klipper config, shall we? So if we have a look at, where are we? There we go. So you can see there, max velocity is 300 and max acceleration is 3000. Jerk is still 5 and max Z acceleration is 100 because, I mean, you know, it's going up, so not really a big deal. So yeah, let's just close that so we don't kill it. stretch here. It's 9:06. We have 130 layers of 190 done. As you can see, it's just doing the roof now. It's cracking along pretty nicely. And I do say so myself, that's a pretty nice looking benchy. This is the final layer. There we go. So what's that? 916. I mean, that's fantastic. I'm blown away by how good that looks. Can't take it off because I've got an ultra base, and the ultra base takes a little while to release. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Tiny bit of stringing, and that's it. I mean, that's just non-existent. I mean, have a look at that. I mean, that's kind of astonishing. So yeah, as I said, that line, that's just where the side of the hull intersects the deck, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, look at that. That's I'm kind of flabbergasted, actually. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my my budget printer speedboat race.